Hi, it's a hermit. It's like 12:15 in the morning, and I figured, well, this is just as good a time for a vlog as any. So, I don't think I've slept or had a good night's sleep since last Friday, like most mothers in the nation. Um, I'm just still so disturbed um, about the shootings in Connecticut. Um, I've had people die in my life, but no one has ever died through violence. Um, and while I've had a young person in my life die, never this young, and I just can't begin to fathom the pain that these families are going through um, at this moment. It breaks my heart to see the news. It breaks my heart to hear the names. It breaks my heart to see the salutes. It just brokenhearted. And as a homeschooling parent, you know, I you run this through your head and you look at your situation and you say, how does this affect me? Or how does it not affect me? Or how can I affect change? It clearly it affects me because I'm a mother. It affects me because I have children. Um, I remember when Columbine happens clearly because I was pregnant with my first child, who is now a sophomore in college. Those teenagers that died that day would be in their 30s and well established in life by now, and so fast forward 19 years and it's still happening, and it's even, I don't know if you could say it's more tragic, but it sure as heck hurts to see that the victims are even younger than before. It's one thing to kill your peers. It's another thing to kill babies. So that's how it affects me. How does it not affect me? You could say that, since I homeschooled my kids, at least I was able to remove them from that kind of danger. You just never know what could happen. In the elementary school near where we live, someone walked in when my kids were elementary age and hit a child in the head with a hammer, and caused brain damage. Many school bus accidents in our area. Many high schoolers drinking or driving recklessly, texting while driving, died in our area. It could have easily been my kids. Homeschooling could have removed them from that. Maybe. But, my daughter was in Colorado last summer, not too far from the movie theater shootings, and had every intention of going to see that movie that night at midnight. Fortunately, the group she was with, she was on a leadership retreat, decided that they would take that night to watch the prequels and then, do a freshen up or whatever, and then go see the movie the next night. There is a chance that they could have been there. So, don't know that they would have gone to that theater, but they could have. It really wasn't that far. And it was, one of the better theaters. So I can't say that homeschooling protects, because homeschooling put my kid in a position where she got to be in Colorado, for the summer. And in turn, there's that danger. How can I affect change? I don't know. There's so many thoughts going through my mind at this juncture. And it's so funny that, like, the 2 days before it happened, this phrase, kept going through my mind. It was like a logo. I just kept getting this logo in my head. And it was make schools safer. Make schools safer. But the scenarios that were playing along with that logo in my head were not even close to what happened. What I was thinking when I was saying to myself, make schools safer, were things that protect individual individual students and individual teachers from sexual abuse, false accusations of sexual abuse, physical abuse to students, physical abuse to teachers. And the solutions in my head were more of, we need to have 2 teachers in every classroom, not 1 teacher, but 2 teachers in every classroom. And that doesn't mean we get to raise how many kids are in the classroom. I really think there should be 2 teachers and 20 kids in every classroom. That's what I think. I think that for 2 reasons. The first reason, I think there should be 2 teachers in every classroom, is that if something happens to 1 teacher and they have to step out, there's still a teacher there. If a teacher goes on maternity leave, there's still a constant teacher there, even if they have to bring in a new teacher. So substitute days aren't lost days, because there's still that constant of one of the 2 teachers always being there. That will make up for a lot of lost learning time during teacher transitions, when other teachers have real lives that have to happen, and there are reasons that they have to take leaves and be absent. The second reason is, if there are 2 teachers in the classroom, and it is clear that the misdeeds of 1 teacher will go on the other teacher's record, then there's going to be some accountability there. For example, if teacher A just doesn't like a kid, but let's not even go to the sexual abuse stuff that's in the back of my head. Let's just say that they just don't like a kid, and they're nice to all the other kids, and they're giving this 1 kid hell. Teacher B can check that, because teacher B knows that if this comes to light, that this child is being abused in some way, shape, or form, that it's going to be on his behind or her behind. Teacher B is going to pull teacher A aside and say, you're being ridiculous, watch your back. So let's take that and apply it to all the other situations that could happen. Plus, there are cases where teachers get falsely accused for misdeeds, any array of misdeeds. If there are 2 teachers there and nothing did happen, then they have backup. So that's how I was thinking that we can affect the schools and make them safer. Can 2 teachers protect children from bullets any better than 1 teacher can protect children from bullets? No. there's clearly just a whole lot of other stuff um, that's going to happen. So, don't know if I resolved anything with this vlog, but my heart's been so heavy and I had to just get it off. I'm going to end by saying I'm so grateful for the people who follow my YouTube. I know I'm sporadic, but I really appreciate when, I do work for you, like my last video where I introduced, all the links to the free curriculums that I worked on all day. And you're just so wonderful in letting me know that my work is appreciated. I am just so grateful. And, you make my day, especially this week when I just needed to hear anything uplifting. That's something I had done. Blessed somebody. That's all I really want to do at this point, is to be a blessing, to somebody. I would like to bless others the way that I was blessed when I started homeschooling. And I would like to smooth over some rough areas that I had when I started, and prevent other people from having those rough areas. So thank you. I appreciate you. And that's all. Have a good night.